Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are so excited to have one of our volunteers with us today, Caitlyn Adams. She has her own business that is called Energy Healing with Caitlyn, and she is one of our Tai Chi for Arthritis instructors. And I just wanted to get to know you a little bit more and find out, maybe introduce you to everyone, find out how you heard originally about elder options and what got you interested in all of this.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for making the time to chat with me. I have loved my involvement with Elder Options so much, and I first heard about Elder Options through the Tai Chi for Arthritis program. There's actually a post online about looking for new instructors and about the certification process. And because I was already teaching chair yoga as a yoga instructor, I thought this would be a perfect way to find another way to serve that same community, those people who need gentle movement, but aren't really ready to, roll on the ground. We're not doing any splits, just some nice, safe, gentle movement.
That was going to be my follow-up question. Sometimes you see Tai Chi and think of all sorts of crazy movements. So it's a gentle, I've heard it's kind of slow.
It's very slow, and I found that tends to be the hardest part because we're used to, Tai Chi is actually a martial art. And when we think of martial arts, we think of, karate and chopping the block in half. But a lot of the Tai Chi poses, we do things like punches, but we do them like this. So we're moving very slowly. And it's very interesting to slow your body down and really notice all those muscles and what happens within your body. And what I love about the slow movements is if you do this, then your arm's going to be past where it wants to go before you realize it. When you go slow, you can feel like, okay, my muscle's getting a little tight. That's as far as I'm going to go today. And you can adjust your movements to what's good for your body instead of putting unnecessary pressure and strain that could lead to injury.
Wow, that's good to know. Good information. What do you enjoy most about teaching?
I love watching my students get more in touch with their bodies. Because I'm teaching Tai Chi for Arthritis, chair yoga, and when I do teach traditional mat yoga, it's mostly gentle and for beginners. A lot of these are people who are very new to these modalities, to these movements, and watching them really get it and feel how good it feels to have their bodies move. Specifically for like the stretching, I've had Tai Chi for Arthritis students tell me that when they stepped a little bit too wide in the kitchen, their back foot automatically did that follow step, so they were able to stabilize themselves.
Wow.
I had a chair yoga student tell me that she could reach things that were higher up. So of course, we're not making people taller, but by stretching, by working on your shoulders, you can reach a little bit higher. And I mean, having to use a step stool a little less, like these are great, huge wins for people.
Those
So
are
seeing that in my students is huge.
those are really big wins for people, and it shows you're not doing back bends or any sort of crazy movements. But those are still life-changing
Yes.
results, being able to reach things and feeling more stable on your feet. Those are big. So
Yeah, a lot of people are really afraid of falling. And so building some of that muscle memory. So she wasn't even thinking about it, but her foot just sort of caught back up and restabilized her.
I'm ready to sign up. Do you have any advice to someone like me who's never taken a Tai Chi class, or if I wanted to recommend it to somebody, do you have advice for future students?
I would say just try it out. You really have nothing to lose because it's so slow moving and gentle. It can be hard to focus in with your body at first, especially since so many of us just view our body as our way to get from point A to point B. To really listen to the muscles it's a new experience, and something that I like to not quite warn, but prepare my students for is you might feel a little sore afterwards. Even, we're not doing push-ups and crazy things, but you're using muscles you're not used to using. And, a little bit of soreness means that you've targeted those muscles and you're building strength. But I would say just try it. What I love about the Tai Chi for Arthritis program is you can do the poses standing or seated. So I've got my chair back there. And, you know, my grandfather his balance is not great. And so he does most of the poses seated and he's still getting benefits from them.
That's
So I love that it really goes for anyone.
That's really wonderful. And you told me ahead of time that you've actually prepared a brief demo for us. So I am really excited. I'm going to turn, hopefully this is when the technology gods work for us, turn everything over to you to go ahead and lead us in a little bit of Tai Chi, a little demo for us today.
Great. Thank you so much. All
Thank
right,
you.
I'm going to scoot my wheelie chair out of the way. And of course, you know, in Gainesville, you have to have your gator shirt.
Gators. Go Gators.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to just, first of all, talk a little bit about the posture because a lot of the times we don't think about the way that we stand. So in the Tai Chi for arthritis class, we learn about keeping our feet hips distance apart and keeping our knees soft. So you want to make sure that you're not bent all the way down, but you've got some nice soft knees and you're not locking your legs out. So when you're locking your legs out, that's not good. And so if you're standing like this a lot, you can get used to standing like that. It feels a lot better. So every class starts out with warm-up exercises and also cool-down exercises. So we go through all the parts of your body, well, all the major parts, and give you a little bit of relaxation. So I'm going to show you one of the spinal twists that we do. So you hold your hands like you're holding a giant beach ball, and you're going to follow your upper elbow over to the side and just go to about 70% of what you think you can do. And once you're over there, we're going to flip the hands and follow the top elbow over. And so you can see this is moving nice and slow. We have plenty of time to feel that tightness start and go, okay, that's where I want to stop today. And remembering to keep breathing. And so that's one of our warm-ups. And it's a great one, just warming up the spine, getting some gentle twists. So one of the poses that we do that has a lot of different modifications or variations. So we do some, I mentioned the punches, but we're going to punch and kick with the opposite hand and foot. So by going across body like that, that's a huge mental workout. So if it takes you a little bit to really figure out which arm and leg you're doing, then that means that you need this. So we shift our weight into our left foot, nice loose fists by our sides. And then I'm going to show you the most advanced version. We can kick the right foot out and punch with the left foot. Now, if that looks scary to you, we can tap the right toes in front and punch. Or this is a great option for seated poses because you can kick right out and punch. So it depends on what you'd like to do. And by having a chair nearby when you're practicing either at home through an online class or in one of the library classes when we get back, you can do some standing and some seated. So when you get tired, you can take care of yourself and still follow along from a safe seated standpoint. So thank you, Lisa, for letting me show some of the poses.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it. It looks like a really fun activity. I can't wait. I know that we've got several online Tai Chi for arthritis classes coming up. I hope we get some new people to sign up for this fun. And I want to thank you, Caitlyn, more importantly, for spending your afternoon with us. And hope you have a good day.
Thank you so much, Lisa.